Welcome back, everybody, to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, June the 2nd, 2026, I am your host, Russ Williams. So glad you could be here. Transition Army. Transition Army, I know you've been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have, again, an action-packed show. But before I start the show, I'd like to state my intentions. I like to state my intentions. We give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life transitions and beyond. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. Also, what we do here is when you come on board here on Transition Tuesdays, you guys know it. When you come on board and just put your name in the comment bar, we'll shout you out as well. So, we'll love to do that. And we also give you soul claps, too. We give you soul claps for making it here today. Because I know it's tough to get here. But you made it here. And I appreciate that. I always appreciate you, Transition Army. I always appreciate you, too. So, again, let's get it started, man. And speaking of getting it started, we have Gina from North Carolina on the check-in. What's going on, Gina? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's get it started. In transition news, the 2026 NBA Finals featuring the San Antonio Spurs and your New York Knicks is going to be getting started coming up on Wednesday. This Wednesday in San Antonio, tomorrow, June the 3rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. That's when you can watch the game. Now, the Knicks, my New York Knicks, we come in on a heater, and we come in rested as well. Now, a couple of things about the Knicks. We haven't lost a game in a month. We're winners of 12 straight games in a row. Now, the Spurs are coming off an emotional victory against the OKC Thunder in Game 7 on the road, in which they won that game, the young Spurs, right? Man, the Spurs are a young team, and they are clearly ahead of schedule in the NBA getting to the finals in that process as well. I think the Spurs are happy to be there, to be in the NBA Finals. I think they're going to take on that mentality, which is a cool thing, and rightfully so. They should have that mentality because they're so young. And the Spurs have a generational player. That's Wemby. They call him the alien. This guy is a player like we've never seen before. And then the Knicks, we have the best clutch player in the NBA, big body Jalen Brunson. We have him as well. So, man, we got some good things going on. And speaking of good things going on, we got Dee Dee checking in from Jersey on the check-in. What's going on, Dee Dee? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, sister-in-law. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As Gina says, go Spurs. Okay, Gina, we're going to talk about that. We're going to break that down as well. All right? So, great matchups all around the way, man. All across the board. Great matchups here, man. Youth, some experience with the Knicks. Again, centers, forwards, guards. Man, we got some great matchups going on, man, in this series. This series is going to be a rematch because, again, I don't know if you guys remember, the Knicks played the Spurs in 1999, in which the Spurs beat the Knicks handily. That was a strike. That's an NBA player strike during that year. But the Knicks got to the finals. They were an 8th seed, and they wound up getting to the finals, but they lost to the Admiral, and they lost to Tim Duncan, that team-led Spurs as well. So we coming for the get-back. This Knicks team is coming for the get-back, okay? Probably a lot of these guys on that team, on both teams, wasn't even alive during that time. Wasn't even alive. So, again, this is great matchups across the board. And I want to give a shout out to, the CEO of the Knicks, James Dolan, and the Knick alumni. Let me tell you how strong these guys were in every game. Now, I know Dolan pays these guys to show up as they should with these alumni for the Knicks. Guys like John Starks, Stephon Marbury, Latrell Sprewell all the way there, Bernard King, one of my favorite Knicks. Larry Johnson, that guy's always there as Knick alumni. Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, man, Clyde Frazier, probably the greatest Knick of all time, and a host of others. Now these guys even make it on the road. Knick alumni is strong, man. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to the Knick alumni. Okay? These guys, a lot of these guys played in that game in 1999. So they know what it takes. And they know it's at stake here. They know what's at stake here. So transition army, I gotta ask you guys, and Gene, I'm gonna ask you straight up too, okay? As part of the transition army. Who wins the NBA finals and why? Who wins the NBA finals? What do you guys think about that? So Gina, you tell me why the Spurs are gonna win, okay? And I'll give you my little take on it too. Okay. Obviously, you know I'm a Knick fan, diehard Knick fan. Like my mom, shout out to Miss May. She says hello to everybody as well. She's ecstatic, getting ready for the game tomorrow. She's really excited. But I'm going to say this, Gina, before you type it in, because I know you type it in that space bar, why you think the Spurs are going to win this game. But we'll still win this series. But I would say the Knicks are going to win. Not only the Knicks are going to win, I say the Knicks, at first I had them winning this in 6 games. I got the Knicks winning this game and winning this series in 5 games. I got them winning this series in 5 games. 5 games. Talk to me, Gina. Talk to me. But again, I'm not delusional. Again, the Knicks is riding on the heater. They're on a historic pace right now in terms of the games. So I got the Knicks winning this in 5. So Gina says, oh, and also on the check-in, we got Felicia checking in, and my guy Stanley checking in from the Rock in Maryland. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you guys are joining in the discussions. And Gina says, Spurs, no reason except Tim is a personal friend. Go Deeks. Okay, I know. Wake Forest, I know, personal friend. I got that, Gina. But take all your personal side, personal, biases aside. Again, you know the Knicks are a better team. Tim Duncan ain't walking through that door to play in this series. Okay? He did us in 99, but he won't be walking through that door in 2026 in this series. Okay? So you're not going to get no help from your friend Tim Duncan. But again, I think the Knicks win this game, win this series in 5. Everybody's going to make a lot to do with Jalen Brunson and the alien, Wemby and stuff like that. But I think a key guy that we should all look for, who I think is going to have a breakout series, is Karl Anthony Towns. I think, matter of fact, he's going to be the MVP. He's going to get MVP. Okay? Mikal Bridges is going to do well. OG is going to do well. Man, the Knicks have an ensemble cast, guys off the bench, Deuce, McBride, all those guys. But again, look for Karl Anthony Towns, my dark horse, to win the MVP, the most valuable player. Karl Anthony Towns will get MVP. The Knicks will win it in 5. At first I was saying 6, but again, the Knicks are on so much of a heater. They're on a historic pace of what they're doing. Haven't lost a game in a month. And their margin of victory has been like 30 plus. This is the NBA. This is the highest of the highest, and they are just doing it. Man. And again, they're going to have that little bit of rust, the rest versus rust. They had that in the last series versus Philly, and they took care of business there. I don't see the same thing. I see the same thing taking place as well. As Gina says, hey, we're going to see Spurs, Wembley balling, Karl balling. Yep, we're going to see. Absolutely. Yep, we're going to see starting on Wednesday, actually, starting tomorrow. We're going to see this, man. And again, the reason why I'm saying the Knicks as well, because the Knicks, they know what's at stake here. This window of opportunity is closing, okay? So that's why we have to take advantage of this. We have to take advantage of the inexperience of the Spurs as well. Because the Spurs have the mindset, when you're young, you have the mindset, hey, look, I'm going to be here every year. That's going to be the Spurs mindset going forward. So again, we need to take advantage of this. There's a lot at stake here for New York fans itself. Knick Nation is incredible right now. Now we're here at the finals. We know what's at stake. I think the Knicks will come through. They will do what they have to do and win this championship now. And you better get at this kid Wembley now, because this guy ain't going to let go of the reins when he has him. And he's going to probably win multiple championships, multiple MVPs as well. Let's get him while he's early. Let's get that championship, the first in 53 years at New York, man. So we know what's at stake. We got to take care of this. That's why I'm saying Knicks, your New York Knicks in 5 games. In 5 games. Hold that to me. You know what I mean? Everybody with a bet on it, take it to your bookie. You know, take it to DraftKings and all that good stuff. Knicks in 5. You heard it here first. Knicks in 5. So, guys, let's transition now into Afro Hove. Guys heard about this? Man, well, Jay-Z let his hair down. He let his hair down literally this past Saturday during the Roots picnic in Philadelphia. Now, Afro Hove, he started the show with a freestyle going in on a couple of people. Nicki Minaj. He went in on Drake. You see Drake got 3 albums out here. He went off on Drake. He went off on Kanye West. He went off on Jaguar White, who's been getting at him for years. Went off on Tory Lanez and his dad. Went off on those 2 guys. No one was safe in the area in the Roots picnic. Went off on Dame Dash, talk about his teeth falling out. He went off on lawyer Tony Busby, who accused Jay-Z of allegedly essay of a minor. Went off on him. Jay-Z, you talk about a Nick heater, Jay-Z was on a missile. Man, he just let it go. He just absolutely let it go, man. So Jay-Z, no, you know, here's the rumors, no. Jay-Z wasn't wearing a lace front wig. Some people say he was wearing a lace front wig when he came out because he had the afro all out, all black. Looked like he was ready for war, right? And it's reported it took 4 days for him to comb out his locks. Man, because, you know, he had those locks for years. He grew those for a long time. But it took him 4 days, they said, for him to comb out the locks. So Jay-Z, he's scheduled to perform for 2 nights only at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx in July. So this is probably like an entree to the main course there in Yankee Stadium. I think he's celebrating the 25th or 30th year. I think it's the 30th year of Reasonable Doubt. So transition on me. I got to ask you guys, you know. I ask you. Now, when Jay-Z performs in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium, okay, that's where the Mecca is. That's where the home of hip-hop in the Bronx. Will he have the same afro or do something with his hair differently? What do you guys think, Transition Army? Do you think Jay-Z will keep the same afro? Will it be Afro Hove for the, you know, coming back to the Mecca, man, in July? Or is he going to do something else with his hair? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Give that some thought. See who anybody commented on that, on Afro Hove. Jay-Z was not playing. And then he started the show after that. After that freestyle, now the show can begin. That's Hove. Can't mess with the GOAT. Don't poke the GOAT. Don't poke the GOAT. Don't do it. You can't do it. So here's what I do. Here's what I predict. I predict Hove would drop down to a Caesar haircut to represent his, you know, the Reasonable Doubt days. You know, I think he will do that. And the quote from Memphis Bleak back in the day, that little quote that he had, what Memphis Bleak said, when I drop to a Caesar, Ma, I don't need you. I think Jay-Z's going to come in the house in the Bronx with a Caesar. So he's going to cut all that hair down, cut it down to a Caesar. Gina says, who knows or cares? the way women switch up hair. Wait a second. You can't just Hove like that, Gina. Now, come on now. You can't just Hove with a guy like that. Come on. Man, this is historic, man. This is historic. Gina says, is he going to flame someone else? Is the better question. Because he ain't holding back. That's true. And you make a good point there, Gina. I think he's going to go in on more people as well. So, you know, he'll have more ammunition. And I think he does this off of the top of the head, too. Jay-Z is known for not even writing down, penning anything to his lyrics. So, again, I can see more people catching strays. See more people catching strays. Stay tuned. Man, I wish I had a ticket for that. So if anybody got a ticket, I got an extra one. Hey, you need somebody to pull up there with you? Would love to attend it with you here in New York City, man. I would appreciate it. I would love that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, hey, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. You coming here today. Appreciate you guys each and every Tuesday. You know, just loving you guys, man. Hey. Hey, hey, there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, hey, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for you joining us each and every Tuesday here on Transition Tuesdays. If you like this episode or our past episodes, join us on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays, okay? And while you're on the channel, please make sure you like and subscribe before you leave. I would greatly appreciate it. If you haven't been following me, you can follow me on Instagram at Transition Tuesdays, right? You can follow us on TikTok, having a grand on time there on TikTok. Follow us there on Transition Tuesdays as well. So everything Transition Tuesdays, we are there. Hit us up socially, okay? Greatly appreciate it. Major shout out to our corporate sponsor, Sweet Candy Cafe, home of Southern Sweetness in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. So again, the show's about to end. But after the show, make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies. Your taste buds will thank you. Miss Sweetness, who is in the building here, she will thank you. Almost going on 14 years strong. So we thank you guys, and we appreciate everything you do as well, man. So ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning. We'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless. Enjoy the finals. Go New York, go New York, go. The next time we see you, we're gonna be talking about Game 3. We're gonna wrapping that up. Probably gonna be up 3-0 too. We'll talk about it then. Take care, everybody. God bless.